Hey guys, this is AgentMindStorm, and unfortunately before this episode started, I wasn't able to get my hunger low enough to eat this pork chop. So now you're all going to be really annoyed. Oh wait, no, never mind. Bam, fixed, problem solved. Okay, last episode we completed the Power Dome's dome portion, and in between episodes I completed the rest. As you can see, I have decided on a mix between magma blocks and soul sand because I didn't have enough magma blocks to do it all by itself. The floor is a mix of netherrack and red nether brick. I think it looks really good, and it's done. I added one more lava pit right here too. Now, the only thing that's really not done that we're still going to be using this pallet for here with the nether stuff is the entrance to this tunnel, because there's a gate in the nether. As you remember, we built this nether hub. We never really finished it. There's gates for all of them, though. Like, that's the Ocean Monument, Farm Central, all the other ones. Well, this one is going to be built in the style of the Power Dome, because that's where it goes. It's going to go to the Power Dome. But we're not going to do that today, because instead today, I thought I would focus on something that I've been working on a little bit in between episodes, but not really what I want to do in the episode today. Let me just show you. As you can see, the world looks very nice. When it gets dark, you can actually see that I've lit up nearly everything that we've built stuff in. All the area around the Mesa Temple, and the Skeleton Stable, and the prison in our house, in Diamond Knight's house, and the Power Dome, and the Snow Castle, and the To-Do Shack, all that area has been lit up. There's torches over everything now. And the reason that there's torches over everything is because I want this world to be a much better looking place. It needs to feel interconnected. It needs to feel like my world, not a world that I'm in. So, to make that even better, we're going to turn this area into a kind of custom biome. I'm not sure fully yet. Basically, it's a plains biome grass, but we're going to have acacia trees planted near the path, and then we're also going to have bushes all over, made of leaves. So the plan is just, we want this area to look like our own area. It needs to be its own special thing. It can't just be a normal place, because it has to be special. And I noticed that Oops. Every time I walked past this area in front of the chest room, I thought about how cool acacia trees looked in savanna biomes. They look really good. But there's some ugliness around here too, in the fact that there's absolutely no tall grass, because I knocked it all down. And there's really nothing else either. Just flat paths with trees. I want this area over here to have bushes, trees. It's gonna be its whole own thing. I want it to look real fancy, and it's gonna look really fancy. Eventually. This episode, we're gonna get started with the majority of it. So, we don't want the acacia trees to be too everywhere. We want them to be kind of scattered, you know? Like, maybe an acacia tree here, and we want them to be still there, but we don't want them to be overwhelming. We don't want to feel like a savanna biome, because we want this to be its own thing that is nowhere else, and it's ours. It's our biome. It's the place we live in. We have to take care of it, just like Earth. And, it looks way nicer when you've planted trees, because it's not flat. It's not boring. Just look how much nicer we made this look in, 3.5 minutes? Yeah, it's been 3.5 minutes since the start of the episode. You better check that timestamp. So, the acacia trees will help spice up the way that it looks a lot. We can also build some more fancy custom trees if we feel like it. And then also, one more important thing is we need to bone meal these areas where there's no grass, because they look really bad. And then these areas where there's no grass, we can just take away the flowers, pick them all up, use them for dye later or something. I don't know. Basically, we just don't want there to be areas where there's not grass, because they look really bad. And look how much better this area looks already. Already we have improved it with simply more grass, more trees, and we're going to start with trees. That's the place we're going to start today. And after we plant some trees, we're going to go place some other stuff. Like, for example, I have chosen oak leaves for bushes. I don't know if we should use anything else, because something else might look better, or good at least. But for now, we're just going to use that. Also, at some point, I want to incorporate this village into our whole area, because it would look cool with everything else, and we're almost there. We've built right to it, I just haven't really fully connected it yet. Also, half of the village is a ghost town, and half of it's full of way more villagers than normal. It's weird. Let's go plant some trees closer to our stuff now. We'll probably want one right here. This looks good. Good location. Bam. Now, we don't want to run out of bone meal. There wouldn't really be a consequence other than I have to go craft more bone meal, which would be annoying. But it's just we don't want to run out. Now, over here, we can place another one. As you can see, I think this area we're in now is actually when I worked on terraforming. Terraforming is another thing that we can do to make it look better, but we're not going to be doing it today, because I've already done an episode. It's episode 93. It's called Terraforming. You can just watch that one if you want to watch me terraform for some reason. Now, we're actually not going to bother planting acacia trees back here by Diamond Knight stuff, because this is a jungly area. This is its own thing. It's not really a major part of our area. That's why it's so far away. Oh, we accidentally made double tall grass, and this doesn't want to grow, probably because of the double tall grass. There we go. Now, guys, as we're planting some trees, I just kind of want to talk about what I've been up to recently. And what I've been up to recently is, well, I got a new game on Switch called Hollow Knight. It's really good. You should get it if you have a Switch or a PC. It definitely, I think, would feel better on a controller than a mouse and keyboard. And also, I'm going to knock down these trees, Diamond Knight. I'm sorry. But, I'm just not really frelling them. So, all these trees are going to break down. Break them, there we go. And now those are going to decay, and let's just fly up and see how much nicer this area already looks with the addition of just some acacia trees. Oh yeah, look at that! Look how much cooler it looks already. All we needed was some trees, and then bam, trees really do spice stuff up a lot. Let's plant one right here, too. Because it's just, there's one area that felt like it was lacking, and it was right there. So, the scarce trees obviously aren't the only thing I want to do. I want to do bushes, and then we're going to plant some more flowers, too, like more flower patches of variety. Because right now we've only got yellow and red flowers, and then I think I have a few oxeye daisies and azure bluets. But less because those ones were before they naturally generated, so I had to kind of place them myself. Let's go put an acacia tree back here, though, because this area in front of the ladder, the great drop ladder, is missing a lot of, I don't know, it's missing just something. And we don't have enough bone meal. Okay, let's go get some bone meal, and then at night we don't even have to do anything. We don't have to run away. We don't have to be scared. Because I've worked so hard on lighting everything up. And if we do see a mob, we're going to light up where they spawn. So that we won't see it anymore. Mob loot, though, we're just going to grab more bones to make more bone meal. Because more bone meal is good. Let's just make as much as we could ever possibly need. So, now, when it gets dark, you'll see that it doesn't actually get dark. And you might be a little confused by what I mean, but let me fly into the air and show you. Actually, let's fly up to the island so I can show you. Actually, let's just take the elevator up to the island so I can show you. Now, the area underneath our island for the longest time has been lit up. And that was mostly because of my island itself. It was blocking out the light, so stuff would spawn down there. But now, stuff can spawn everywhere down there. But really, we're stopping it. As you can see, it's all lit up. Look how bright it is. The skeleton stable's lit up. All of everything is lit up. Except the flatland, which I think I'll do at some point, but I haven't really bothered. And the Bridge of the Unknown, I guess. But everything important that we've built is lit up. And it looks so good. Also, those trees really make it look better. Just saying, trees are a great addition to this area. Okay, so we need to bone meal the tree from down here, though. That's a map. Bone meal. Bam! We just needed one more? Are you kidding me? Whatever. And then we'll probably place one down all the way here, kind of on this peninsula of grass into the desert. The last tree. Also, that one grew in one bone meal. And I wish they all did that. That would make it so much better. Let's actually put one back here, too. I don't know. Oh, husk! Hey! How did you spawn, you little husk? Oh, this area is actually not lit up. Well, now it is. So we'll actually plant a tree right here. This might screw with the slime block thing. No, it didn't. It's fine. Okay. So now that this area is lit up, it's much better looking. And it's got trees. So that's much better looking. So let's sleep so that we can have it to daytime. Oh, wait. This is missing a torch here. There we go. Not anymore. And we're missing a torch here. Not anymore. So now that we've finished the trees, the biggest thing, the thing that really transformed the area, transformed the area, we're going to start with the bushes. But the bushes are made of oak leaves, And it's just because they're the most basic leaf, they look the nicest in my opinion, and they work really, really well as bushes. They break up all the flatness, and mobs can hide under the trees. They should make light go through leaves, so that, like, kind of how they made it go through water, it should be able to still light up the areas underneath it. How haven't we... Okay, there we go. Epic remove bloom. So, bushes, bushes, bushes. I think we should start along the trail, probably, first. This is the simplest area to add bushes, and right here, just like a little clump of leaves. It's really all we need. That can fit as a bush right there. Bam. Just basically designs like that, just plopped everywhere. So how about one right here? Sure, that one will be a little flatter than normal. Then we can have some taller ones, like perhaps right here. We can make a tall, spiry one, like this. Can be untrimmed or something. There we go. We can just plop those everywhere, and they really do break up the area. It makes it look much nicer. It makes it look more alive. It makes it look less boring. And we want to place them more down so they're a lot more common than trees, because the trees are supposed to be kind of scarce. The bushes are not. We want the bushes to cover everything, so you'll see them, and you'll know that it looks really, really good. Or at least that I'm trying to make it look good. And this is a pretty big bush right here, but we'll just leave it like that because I don't know how to make it smaller and I messed up. Luckily, shears can break leaves instantly, and that makes them a lot nicer to use. Now, the one problem with these bushes is we might have to replace some stuff down, like torches, because the leaves could block light, possibly. But I'm not really sure how that'll all work, so we'll just... not for now. Also, maybe we should expand a little snowy area around the castle. Whatever, that's a thing for a later time. Right now we're just placing bushes, which are coming along pretty well. They just look like little clumps of grass, leaves, but those little clumps of leaves are going to make a big difference. And that difference is going to be very clear when you see it, when it's done, but it's not done, so you can't see it yet. Unless you won't have a time machine. If you have a time machine, you can go see it. But also, if you have a time machine, can I have your autograph? If you have a time machine, DM me on Twitter and find me at exactly thank you. That'll do. Please bring your time machine here. Please, sir. I would like to travel through time. And you are robbing me of this occasion. Now, maybe we should throw some wood inside the bushes. Or maybe not. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what else you think I could do to spice up this area. Because, as you can see, adding the bushes and the trees makes it look so much better already. What else could I do? Because it still feels kind of dead. I think the biggest contributor to that dead feeling is the fact that mobs don't spawn because of our island. So we could clear out the animal farms up there. I try not to really screw with anything on the island because I want to kind of preserve it the way it is. But not allowing animals to spawn kind of crosses the line of what I want the island to do. It's supposed to act as more of a memorial to what we used to do, and it's not really supposed to affect the world anymore. Because if you haven't noticed, I'm pretty much moving all of our major stuff off the island. The major thing up there, probably the biggest thing, is still the iron farm. Let's head up there, actually, and check how much iron's in the farm. But other than the iron farm, there's almost nothing of value still on the island. And it's a little sad, because our new house has moved down. The birch blacksmith is basically just a fun little concept. The secret room isn't necessary. Oh, man, it's been farming a lot. Oh, yeah. So much iron. We can use that to upgrade our second beacon. Maybe we should move the parts of the beacon from here down a little. Also, we have so many pigs, jeez. Anyways, look at this area. Look how much better it looks. Look at the bushes and the trees, and it all mixes together, and it looks so good. Oh. And I forgot to get any leaves. We don't have any in the chest room, because I've never bothered getting leaves before, ever. And the only forest nearby is that one, so... I think there's a Wait, no, there's a swamp this direction. I found out recently. I didn't actually know this, but there's a swamp over here. Past this sort of snowy biome, there's a swamp. Oh, there's also a forest, but yeah, maybe we should just use the forest. That's a lot more accessible. Or we could just fly straight to the swamp. Whatever, Mr. Elytra. You can have a mind of your own. Look at this. Just destroy... Actually, coming to the swamp is probably a good idea because leaves are a lot more plentiful in swamp trees, which is interesting. Oh, and there goes our tools. Oh, man. That's annoying. But whatever. We have 60 leaves. That should be able to hold us till the end of the episode, right? There's no way we can use over 60 leaves. And look at how cool our island looks from the distance, by the way. It's still, like, the big, overarching thing in the world, but it just doesn't affect us too much anymore. The elevator is amazing, though. I still can't believe we built that. And I crashed into an acacia tree. That could be an issue, actually. With all the new trees placed, we might start crashing into stuff a lot more. Whatever, it's a small sacrifice to make. The hardest choices require the strongest wills, and my will is not very strong. So, I think actually, for now, we should probably start bone mealing this area and get some grass back. I don't even know why I decided to mow this whole area down of grass, because it just looks bad now. I mean, it would look so much better with grass spread around it, like this, like what we're doing now. I can't believe I haven't done this yet, but now that it's gonna be done, we gotta go through and break the flowers. Or we could actually not break the flowers. Depends on how I'm feeling in 2 seconds. Well, it seems like, okay, I'm feeling like we should probably break the flowers. But first we need to finish bone mealing this area. So I don't even know what I'll title this episode. Probably something related to tidying up. But I've already done untidy spawner. So, I don't know. The cleanup crew, no. So, we'll just call it Jake Paul. I don't know. What should we call it? I would ask you to tell me in the comments, but I realize that by the time this episode is up, I'm gonna have a title for it. So, you won't really be able to tell me in the comments, will you? Oh my. I am just not thinking this through. Also, I kind of like how it looks with flowers, but yeah, we're going to tear them out anyways. So let's, maybe I'll do that in between episodes, you know? Maybe I'll just see how it is with the flowers. But let's finish bone mealing the area back to normal. But I think we actually got most of it now. I think we've bone mealed all of the grass. Just one quick run through. Also, the field of view is crazy when we're sprinting and we have swiftness. Anyways, oak leaves time. Just gonna plop some more bushes down everywhere. Like that. And, maybe one right here, sure. Like this. And then we'll put a tall one over... Oh my gosh, I completely forgot we had a mine. I will plop another one right here, sure. I know I'm putting them way too scarce, but I don't have that many leaves, and I still want to see how the area will look once most of it is covered with plants or bushes. So it should look way better, though. Seriously, guys. This area is going to look so good once it's done, because the paths with all the leaves and the greenery, and also I need to bone meal the ground here. It's gonna be amazing. Truly gonna be amazing. So, we should probably break those flowers, though. Right here. Bam. There we go. Flowers broken. So, you know what? I was gonna end the episode now. But let's just keep going. Let's just keep placing some leaves everywhere we can. Everywhere it seems like we're lacking in bushes. Like right here. This one can use a pretty mega bush. We'll make it go 3 tall. It'll be amazing. And we're out of leaves. Uh-oh. That's not good. I guess we can just end it here. This was a good episode. Everything looks good now. Just look at this area. It looks so much better than before. The bushes and the trees and everything. Anyways, guys, for now, I do want to tell you all, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.